Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. I haven't done a video in a while. I've actually did one. I didn't post it. Just didn't feel right about doing it. Probably because I was speaking my mind. And really, if I speak my mind with all the things happening in our country, I'd probably be banned from YouTube. I wish I had a Patreon channel because I can really tell you what I believe. It's insanity what we are facing. We have two groups of people. These groups of people, you can call them liberal, conservative, progressive, conservative, I don't care what you call them. We have a huge divide in this country that I don't feel will ever get back together as one. Because I tell you what, hell no, I'm never going to compromise my beliefs. Not even a little bit for unity. My core beliefs are my core beliefs, and I will stand by those days until I die, until I am pushed into the ground and covered over. Crazy things are happening. It's just so hard to talk to you because of YouTube. But let's talk about a few things. Just got home, and I saw a statue out west, Portland, maybe, I don't know. George Washington statue destroyed, vandalized, taken down. What I'm seeing here is total no rule of law, no response by police officers, law enforcement to deal with the chaos that certain people are causing. Remember this, if you do not have rule of law on one side, you do not have to have rule of law on the other side. And if you do, then you're being a hypocrite. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So we need rule of law. Politicians are putting aside the rule of law and letting people do whatever they want because it serves the agenda of that politician. And this is wrong. It's wrong if the right-wing people decide to do that and you got politicians. Anyone should not deface public property. There's a means to take something down. There's a means to change. It's called voting. If you don't have voting, you have the other thing, which is chaos and civil war. You go down that path, you can continue down that path, and the other side might decide, hey, I guess they're not using the ballot box, they're using a different type of box to push their agenda. And it's very scary for me because I've been in places where there has been absolutely no law and order. I've seen the rule of a strongman. I've seen the rule of gangs with guns. I've been there. Terrifying for people that are not protected. And that's not what we need to go into. But one side is pushing that by allowing just blatant disrespect for law and order. I also saw the CEO of Chick-fil-A. His name, Dan Cathy, something like that. CEO of Chick-fil-A said that we need to shine the shoes of black people in punishment for racism, in embarrassment of racism, in shame of racism. I see law enforcement officers bowing down to Black Lives Matter. I've seen police officers washing the feet of black people. Is this caused by black guilt? But I will assure you I have no black guilt. I've never treated a black man differently than a white man. I did not choose the color of my skin. Absolutely not. So why would you judge a person for something they had no control of, you have no control of? I treat a man or a woman, I show them the respect that they would like to be shown. Their skin color has nothing to do with it. So get over white guilt. If you have white guilt, I don't know what's wrong with you. You have a psychological problem. Unless you were a slave owner. I have never owned a slave. My parents have never owned a slave. Their parents have never owned a slave. Their parents have never owned a slave. So I have no white guilt. So this whole thing of appeasing them for white guilt, unless you're a slave owner or unless you purposely treated someone bad just because they're black, you shouldn't have white guilt. If you treated someone bad because they are black, you need to man up, woman up, Go to them and say, hey, I mistreated you because of your skin color. And really, if you treat anyone bad for any reason, you should go to them and say, hey, I'm sorry. I did you wrong. So white guilt is something that doesn't even in my vocabulary. We shouldn't worry about it. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat people and respect them. Would I not wash someone's feet? There's a few people in this world that I would wash their feet, not because of the color of their skin, but because of the respect that I have for them. It could be they're not a religious leader, but they're a person of great spiritual stature, and they believe things, and they live their life from it. Or it could be someone in the military that I've respected, or someone that has done a great military feat, maybe not a Medal of Honor recipient. Then I would do that because of the respect for them, the respect of their character, the respect of what they've done. Just doing it because of their skin color is absolutely ridiculous. Where are real men in this world? We need to stand up. And I'm not going to say white men need to stand up. All men need to stand up and solve the problems. The problems I didn't create. I work hard every day. I'm stinky right now. I'm sweaty. I'm smelly because I went and worked today. I work hard every day. And that's what I expect other people to do in this country. But our country is founded now on a principle of, hey, I don't have to work. The government will take care of me. I show no respect to a person that has that attitude. I detest it. It goes against the whole core value of what I believe, the Constitution, personal responsibility. I started out at the bottom in life. I'm not anywhere higher than I was when I started. No one gave me a break, and you can't say, well, you're white. No, I started out at the same jobs that black and white started out, at the bottom of the pile. And I moved up because of one thing, not the color of my skin, but because I worked hard. I gave an honest day's labor. I tried my hardest. I had integrity. I treated my employer like they would want to have their stuff treated. And that's how I have moved up. The U.S. Army is a prime example of that. You join the U.S. Army, it doesn't matter if you're what color skin you are. You will move up the rank structure. And actually, I've seen where black people have moved up quicker than white people because they wanted black people in there. So it was actually a little reverse discrimination. So it's not a black and white issue. It is an integrity. It's your character. It's what you believe issue. And any color, it doesn't matter. So don't have white guilt. But if you've done something wrong and you can find that person you've done wrong to, go talk to them. Thanks for watching.